I mean, like, oh, by the way, this one, you all can do your recording. Do you know? I guess you all can do your recording all by yourself if you would like to do the recording. Instead of I'm doing the recording, you can do the recording, and then I can also giving you after I do the recording, I have no need to go upload to the upload it to this YouTube, but then you still can click on the theme there. I mean, like if you go to theme thesis 1, you can always go and review the video over there. You can always do that, yeah. So that kind of convenient. Yeah. Yep. Do you see that? Yeah. That kind of convenient is there. So that means that you can always see what we have and all. Yeah. Okay. And then, okay, now, after all, let's go back, let's coming back to our situation here. You have any question? First of all, do you have any question about, other than the background that I have here? No, other than my background here, now, do you have any question about the feedback that I gave it to you?
For mine, I don't have any question because the only comment that you give me is my review of literature is too brief. So maybe I need to add in more information.
Okay, now for the review literature, right? First of all, you need to know that your review literature is not only for that. Now let me load this whiteboard here. See, yeah, whether I can. Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah. Okay. For your white, I get the. I don't know whether I can use it or not. Yeah. Yeah. Now, for the literature review, right? What you want to do is you need to first of all identify what is the situation. Like for example, you are talking about the part-time job. You need to describe what is meant by part-time job, right? What is the situation for the part-time job? How people is dealing with the part-time job and all this kind of thing. You need to have all this kind of description. How people are, discuss about the part-time job and many of the information, the part-time job itself. Yeah, the part-time job itself, now the type of, for example, the type of part-time job, what are the most popular part-time jobs, all this. And then the second thing is the stress. Okay, what kind of stress that you usually see, right? What kind of stress that people usually have? And then when you put two things together, part-time job and stress together, what are you going to face? What kind of thing that you face? Now, also you can have, now if you would like to make it a bit more detailed about your writing, you can also have the other section is talking about the undergraduate student, comparing the cultural differences in the undergraduate student, something like, when we are talking about the undergraduate student, what you see about the undergraduate student, what do you see about that? Now, for example, when you talk about the undergraduate student, we were going to say about the undergraduate student differences, maybe in the early days, and then until today. So what are they? What are they? So that means that you have the. So that means that okay. Can you see the whiteboard at this moment?
Cannot. It's all black.
It's all bright, huh? Okay, let me turn that off. Let me dismiss this one. Okay. Let me see. Open the app. Okay, they are now coming in. Now, can you see the whiteboard? I can see Kachin is. I can see Kachin is in the list.
I see nothing as well. I cannot
Kachin,
see anything.
Xuanhui, can you see that?
No.
Xuanhui, you cannot, huh? Kachin, can you see that, Kachin?
Yeah, I can see the whiteboard and the few pens for me to choose.
Yeah. You can try. You can try to write. Okay, Xuanhui, let me see. If I invited you, can you see that? Yeah, Shenhui, can you see it, Shenhui, at this moment?
Cannot.
Another? Okay, another one. Give me your email that you have here in this one. This is the email we are having, right?
Um,
Is that are you
in the,
email? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, type in for me, please. Type in. You can type into anywhere.
I type in the chat already, so can you see?
Sir, you are muted.
Oh, okay. Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, you both can hear, right? All right. Now, let me see. I'm stop sharing. Hey, I don't know how to stop sharing. Huh? They are some. Do they have it? Let's stop. No. Okay. Now, are you seeing me or seeing the screen? I have no idea. What you see now?
I see you and Guardian.
Okay, all right, okay, good. Okay, now we come back to this one. Now, because this is the first time we tried it. Now, think about this. Two couple way. One, you are like doing both things, right? One at a time, the variable, one at a time. You have three variable. You have three variable. You discuss all three variable, separately. You have the part-time, you have the stress, you have the undergrad. You discuss all three separately. Then after that, you coming into the combination, stress, part-time job, undergraduate student, stress. You can do that. Then this is the second level. Then the third level, you put all these three variables together. You talk about that. For example, when I have all these three variables together, I knew that not many people are discuss about that, or maybe they even have no people to talk about this. Fine, no problem. I can have any kind of the combination. But then, based on the previous information that you have, the primary label, each individual, no, each separate kind of variable that you have, and then go to the second label, like the combine of any of the two. So that kind of thing, for your best understanding, what is that is about. So in that particular, the third level of that is that all three variables combined together. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? But then all you're seeing has to be a fact base. What I mean the fact base is like you have people that discuss about that. You have people that conduct that kind of research before. For example, I have maybe I get a Kajun paper talking about stress. I have maybe said Suruti paper talking about part-time job. I said based on Kajun stress and Su the kind of part-time job, and also maybe who is that? Maybe Teresa talking about the undergraduate student. So based on there, what is the common ground? What are the common ground that I am seeing? So when I put all this together, what kind of thing that we predict maybe happen? This leads us to some kind of the pathway for us to follow along the route. Now, after put all this in together, then now, what can we see? What should we see? What we expect to see? That kind of question that come out. Not always that what should you see, but sometimes you have what you expect to see. Sometimes you have what you predicted you were going to have. So that kind of information that coming in and out all the times. You get what I mean? Then after all, the very last section is your conceptual framework. So what kind of concept that you have? Because your conceptual framework didn't give me a good picture of what you are going to go along with it and showing me what is, what is about, what that is all is about. So your conceptual framework is really going to reflect how you understand about all this, the relationship, I would say, the relationship of all these three variables. That's a conceptual framework. Yeah. So once you have this conceptual framework, that will lead you to the research design of what you want to go, how you want to go for that, and then what you want to go for that. Now, if you say, oh, okay, now I want to go from here to this one. No, how was that? How you want to go for that, and then what you want to go for that is all based on your research question and your research objective. You get the idea now? That's the whole basic idea. Yeah, both of you. Yeah, Shenhui, your mic is mute, so I cannot hear you.
Oh yeah, I understand now.
Okay, you get it now, right? So that's the reason why I say your is like too brief. Yeah, actually the literature review, this section is the kind of like taking a bit heavyweight for people to see how well you understand the whole study. How well you, or maybe I should rephrase to how well you master the whole knowledge about all these three variables. Any question? Any question for me? Yeah, because you and Kachin, you all both are having the same situation in the literature review. So after you have lining up all this way of doing it, yeah, they can be done easily. Now they have many ways of doing literature review actually. One part of it is that people first talking about the combination of all three, then they begin to dissect it. So okay, what about these two coming together, these two, and then after that they go and analyze each of the variable differently. They have people doing that too. But then they use, I myself, I find, in your bachelor level, this is the more easier way to handle it. This is a more easier way for you to master it. Can you see that? Because from here, label after label, right? Then you are also making yourself get a better understanding. You make yourself better understanding about the variable that you are going to control. You are giving yourself some kind of understanding or some kind of the knowledge or some kind of the inside information. Previously, you thought about part-time job, for example, for you talk about part-time job. Oh, part-time job is part-time job, so what, But then after you study that, you may study the information, you study those information, maybe those information are not only in Malaysia, they may be from overseas. And then usually when we talk about overseas, we may think about America, we may think about British, we may think about Australia. But then suddenly you read an article about Africa, you read an article about South America. So when you put all this information together, sometimes they may give you a wow effect. Wow, all people from overseas have different kind of opinion about part-time jobs. Maybe, Japan, they definitely will go with a part-time job to gain their knowledge, maybe. Or maybe Finland, or maybe Sweden. They have different kind of opinion about part-time job. Maybe China, never heard about part-time job before because nobody will work for part-time. Maybe that. And don't take it as a fact because I just make it up in this way. So just to tell you that, a lot of time, each of the situation will give you some kind of up-to-date wow effect. Stress doing the same way. Previously, you talk about stress, right? Many people talk about stress. They say, oh, stress must be this, 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 this. Right? They have so many conventions, mindset to understand stress. However, when we update ourselves, we may find that stress might not only limited to that, they might going to give you another channel. They might give you another way to get better understand about stress. They say, oh, stress can also be in this way or that way or in various type of ways. So that also giving you something special. Now also like the undergraduate student, every time when we talk about undergraduate student, we said about, oh, undergraduate student must be this, right? Must have certain kind of routine for you to follow. But would that really be it when you talk about undergraduate student, or would they have anything else or anything special for you to get better understanding? So those are the things that we would like to get a little bit more understanding. Yeah. So those are information that we really would like to know and would like to hear. Yeah, you get it?
Yeah,
Any other question? Yeah, any question that you all like to like me to give you more input about that before we proceed?
Dr. Sam,
Yes,
for my
yes.
literature, you don't have any comments, so I was thinking, should I write more or what?
Yes, definitely you need to write more. Let me go and take a look. Let me go and retrieve your literature. The fourth draft here. Draft 4. The fourth draft. Yeah. Because the previous one, many of the information I have already. I think some of the information, some of the mistake you still have it. Yeah, some of it still,
Yeah,
but not much.
the SOP, I'm still cracking my head to think about this.
Yeah, you need to do that. Now, and also this one, I see that, yeah, the SOP. Yeah, because this is not question. You cannot put questions. That is statement. It's not question. Now, let me help you a little bit about the SOP. Let's go back to the SOP. You have, okay, let me see. Can I share? I hope, yeah, I think I can. Is that, no, comment. I think this is the one that you have. Is it the one that you can see?
Yeah.
Okay, now you'll see that if the music gene change from Western pop music to K-pop dance music, will the results show the same inference as what other studies showed before? Is that right? That's what the idea that you have, right?
Yeah.
Now, how to change this one to the SOP? Based on many of the information that you give me, that is a conflict. That is a conflict. Therefore, in your SOP 1, maybe you are able to write something like, previous study focused mainly on Western pop music. Nevertheless, how does K-pop dance, no, nevertheless, K-pop dance music that is, let me see. Previously they have, let me type it out fast. It's much easier for me to focus there. No. Previous, previously, heavy weight of,
Research.
yeah, a heavy weight of research focus on Western pop music with whatever it is. I don't know, with stress management or with whatever. Okay. Okay. But then, however, K-pop dance music, however, the effect of K-pop dance music, they also have some claim that K-pop dance music taking similar effect. Is that correct? Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Therefore, it will be interesting to know whether both take up similar or having a level of difference. Can you see that? Can you see that now?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So let me enlarge it a little bit because yeah. So that means that when you are talking about this, now whatever then you fill in the blank, then you say, however, they also have some claim that K-pop dance music taking similar effect. Therefore, it will be interesting to know whether both take up similar or having a level of difference. Can you see? Now, this is a statement of problem. Because previously we only know that they have a Western pop music. No, when we're coming back to the Western pop music, yes, we know now. Heavyweight, that means that, they are putting a lot of information about that. But then K-pop, that is only booming recently, in the recent year, right? In the recent year. So therefore, when people study this one, do they having the similar effect? How do we know that they have a similar effect, or how do we know that they didn't have a similar effect? That we want to confirm. However, or you can change nevertheless, the effect for K-pop is yet to confirm. Also it's yet to confirm. That means that it's waiting to confirm. Yeah, they can be done in this way. Okay. So this is a gap. This is a gap. So this is now you understand how to organize it.
Yeah.
Now if you can now I give a control over to you. Now I think you can control it at this moment. You want to try that? You want to do anything? Then you can type in or whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I write down already manually.
Okay.
Later I will write in my file.
No, because you can coming in and then you can have highlight and then cut and paste over to your work. That'll be much easier.
No, it's okay. Later I type in.
Yeah. No, the other one is the research question. What factors? And then the other one is K-pop music help to decrease? I was seeing that you reverse these two. Question one become question two become question one. Because by this sequence there'll be more logic.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Now you'll see that. Because first you need to know is K-pop music help to decrease or increase anger? No, help to decrease or increase. Then you see, it doesn't matter. It's help to decrease or increase. Now, if they help to decrease, what kind of factor? If they help to increase, what kind of factor? It's not what kind of factor. Then we are going to see, are they going to increase or decrease? No, they have to be. Are they going to increase or they go to decrease? You said they go to decrease. Yes. What factor? If they say they are increased, what factor? First, we need to confirm whether they are increased or decreased. So when you are talking about is that increase or decrease, Then we're coming back to wait for this one. Now, with anger management, maybe. If you're talking about anger management here, if they have people saying, I have no idea, I cannot remember really about your SOP that you wrote on this section. But then after that, you are able to coming back to this one. Then you are going to say. Then you are not coming to this one. You are not coming to say, is K-pop dance music help to decrease or increase? You can say, is K-pop dance music help to decrease anger management, anger and aggressive behavior, rather than to increase or decrease, because you say they help anger management, except they have some effect on anger management. Then you are coming here to see decrease or increase.
Because I found some say will increase, some say will decrease. So
Oh, okay. With the effect on anger and aggressive behavior. Yeah, maybe this is the one.
Okay.
With the effect of anger and aggressive behavior. Yeah. However, they also have some claim that K-pop dance music taking similar effects. Nevertheless, the effect for K-pop is yet to confirm, right? So, so when you are having this kind of lining up, can you see that? They are so tally. The first thing is the SOP that you already mentioned. You have no idea. Then you come to the RQ, you say, yes, I would like to find whether they increase or decrease. You see? So then the next one is the objective. So that means that the objective is like to investigate K-pop dance in anger and aggressive behavior among undergraduate students.
Okay. This one I will also change the sequence.
Yes. Can you see number one? Can you see how the lining up so nicely aligned to each other? How nicely each of it, aligning to each other, and how nice to have that. Yeah. And then this one, let me see. How come this is the one like this? Oh, okay. They're supposed to be in this way. Yeah. So they are supposed to type in this way. Yeah. Research question to this also. Yeah.
Or should be like this.
Yeah. In this type. Okay, so significance of study, yes, you have that, the K-pop dance music. Yeah, K-pop dance music, you are talking about that. Yeah, the entertainment. Now, how to identify it? Yeah. Now, which are you going to select part of the K-pop dance music, or you are going to take K-pop dance music as in general?
I write in the definition of terminologies, I will choose two groups which
Okay.
have the high reputations of their dance music. So I'll choose already. I put it already. Yeah.
So this is like the Blackpink, right?
Yeah.
Blackpink from YG Entertainment and EXO, right? Okay. Yeah, and later in your literature review, you have to highlight what is the characteristic of this group and the characteristic of this group.
Okay.
What kind of style? Then, yeah, what kind of pattern or style that they have? What kind of music pattern or the rhythm that they have?
Okay.
Yeah, to discuss that. Now, what kind of emotion that they bring it out? The most important thing is not only the character. Those kind of things can only take up to about a very small section, maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs to done. The whole Blackpink and then the EXO. But the most important thing is when you talk about the Blackpink and EXO, what are the emotion, psychological factors that you would like to highlight? And do they have any other people, or do they have any literature to demonstrate it? What kind of thing that you are going to giving you the material to say about it?
Okay.
Yep. Now you get the idea now, yeah? Okay, anger management. Yes, anger management doing the same way. Yeah, anger management. Now what? Now anger management is a process to. No, in this way, the anger management you also have missing something. The anger management itself has also going to. You also need to give us some idea about how you measure anger management.
Meaning I need to give what questionnaire I'm going to use or.
Okay, now how you go to investigate the anger management?
Using, I was thinking using the questionnaire and also interview maybe.
Okay, question 8. What kind of questionnaire that you are going to use?
The questionnaire is I haven't decided. I just find few and I'm still go and check.
No, you have to quickly get the questionnaire because that is very important. Otherwise, you cannot finish this one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, for example, you find a questionnaire. That questionnaire maybe they are looking for 3 dimensions. Okay, 3 areas to investigate the anger management. Then you are going to highlight here. Anger management can be defined as whatever it is. There's nothing to do with this one. There's nothing to do with the K-pop music and all this, right? There's nothing to do with this one. Now, then you are going to tell people what is anger management. Anger management can be defined as whatever it is. Now, it's a process to help individual to deal with anger feeling and aggressive behavior, like what you have been suggested, right? If the individual are easily angered or whatever, okay, so this is part of it. Yeah, this is already the definition. So, then, conceptually, maybe you say conceptually, yeah, anger management can be measured, measured by, okay, 1, 2, 3. Maybe what is that? Okay. Now, you briefly explain the dimension that they have. Maybe say the dimension that 1 is that from the biological factors, from the psychological factor, from the social factors, maybe. So, based on the question they originally designed, you go with that one.
Okay, so maybe for example, I found one questionnaire is like they will test 4 dimension. I remember it's physical aggressions. What they have 4 dimension into measure the aggressive behavior something. I can also use that
Yes,
dimension to
then
explain.
use that 4 dimension. Then use that 4 that they highlight. Using that one, you're not going to create something else, because if you create something else, then they will not match. You have to use that one that they have. Then after that, you are demonstrated that this is the instrument that I'm using. So when people look at this instrument, they perfectly match with whatever that you have.
Okay.
So this is called the definition of terminology. Okay. So then undergraduate doing the same way, yeah. Undergraduate based on Malaysia qualification agency. What is that is about? Yeah. So yeah, that's good. So this is the one that you already have it. Then in this study, so therefore in this study, undergraduate student will be whatever. What are the criteria?
Okay.
You get it? Yeah. All right. So yeah, you have no need to say conclusion of chapter. Just conclusion is fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just a conclusion is fine. Yeah. So then you are talking about that. I think this is not that tight, right? This has to be a space, right? It's something like, is it something like this, right? Based on the guideline, is that true? I don't know. I think it's like 2 tab down.
Later I go and check again.
Yeah, you go and check it. I believe it's in this way. It's in this kind of design. It's not the one that you have. Okay. So the K-pop music, how it was that is about, and then so therefore the K-pop music, you have to. Now before for this one, most likely you and Shen Hui, you also need to have like one thing called 2.0, maybe. I don't know how you go to introduction. Yeah, maybe you need to have an introduction to demonstrate, to give an opening about telling people what is that is about, what's so interesting about that.
Okay.
Then after that, you come to the K-pop music. Yeah. Or you give people highlight that how you would like to discuss that or whatever it is. Now, those are the things that we have. Huh?
Okay.
You got it? All right. Okay. So then after that, you're coming in and then you come to do the discussion about many of the information that you will have and then slowly, one after another to deal with that one. Okay? You get the idea?
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see. I get the previous study that I have so that I can show you what previous some of your senior is doing. I guess I have some here. Let me give me a second. Let me go and pull that file out. Let me see last semester. Do we have anybody? Oh, let me see. Paying. Okay. Oh no, this is not. Okay. Okay, let me show you this one. Both you and Shen Hui, let me see. Paying. Yeah, do you all see this one? The abstract? Yep. Do both of you see that? The abstract?
Yep.
That one? Yep. Okay. Okay. Now abstract, you have not necessary to do it now. Abstract, you have to wait until the end of thesis 2. The end of thesis 2, then the whole book will be completed like this. Okay? Will be completed like this. You have a decoration, right? Your name and everything, I guess, is all in the guidebook. And followed by the acknowledgement. Now, then you have the acknowledgement, then followed by the abstract. Yeah, abstract is the kind of like you tell people what you have and then the whole idea, the whole result, the whole outcome, and also project to the future what you recommended and all this. Yeah, she is doing a pretty good abstract here, paying. Yeah, now then you can see that, like the quantity research was conducted to determine. Now, the only thing that she's missing is like, what is this study is about? She didn't highlight that. So probably she needs to highlight that one and then coming to this one, then the whole paper can be beautiful. After the abstract, then we come to the table of content. Now, can you see that the table of content? You see they have the intro, background, statement of problem, research question, research objective, significant, exactly like what you have, and then she is talking about birth order, then she has the birth order, marital satisfaction, risk factor, and all this, and then summary of the chapter, or you call it conclusion. Then the next one, you'll see, the chapter 2, you see review of literature, then this is what it is. Now see intro, then the birth control, how was that birth control they're talking about within the whole study about that, then the marital satisfaction, now see, the birth order and marital satisfaction. Now, what about the risk taking? And then she's going. No, she's interrelated each other. This is one way that she's organizing her paper. Then they have a birth order and risk taking, and then they have a conceptual framework. Then followed by the summary of the chapter. Then, of course, after that is chapter 3, methodology. Then she has the intro. Then they have a research design, sampling method. That means that how you're going to get your participant. Yeah. Research design is the whole concept of how you design it. And then after that is the research instrument, then the research procedure, very important. And then the ethical issues, what kind of ethical issues that you are going to have. And then at data analysis is how you're going to analyze your data. And then the framework of data analysis, she add this one in, and then the summary of chapter. Now, each of the is going accordingly. Then also the data analysis that's later. Then this is like how you answer each of the research question that you have. This is research question 1, that kind of answering, research question 2, 3, 4, or whatever, or maybe 1A, 2A, 3A, that kind of thing. A, B, 1A, 1B, or 2A, 2B, that kind of thing. And then discussion based on the research question also. So then there are implication, limitation, and recommendation for the study. Can you see that? This is the way to arrange it. Let me show you how she is doing her paper on the other one is the what you call the chapter 1. Okay, let me show you this one. Let's see. This is chapter 1. On chapter 1, can you see that she's talking about the intro? She is giving all this kind of basic information. Now, after the basic information, she's even highlight now the current research sought out to study the effect of birth order and marital satisfaction and the tendency of in risk-taking among marital adult in Malaysia. Specifically, this chapter includes 6 sections. Now, this is called the intro. One way of doing it is this is the intro. And then after that is the background of study. How was that? It's about, now of course this is what we highlight in marking the paper. So she will get this one. She has to give us the other printout and all this. So you can see that this is how she is doing her paper. And then the statement of problem, step by step. I just give you quickly browse through it. So then in brief, there are 4 steps of problem. Can you see that? Therefore, she answered 4 different sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they have a research question. Now, can you see? This is the SOP, right? Now, this is the SOP. Let me see. This is the SOP, right? So now, can you see that the space is here? There's 1 tab away. 1 tab away. So then after that. So this is the SOP. In brief, there are 4 statements of the problem in the current research as shown below. 1. The previous research has mainly focused on the effect of birth order among children, teenage, and undergrad. Moreover, the research area mostly around these 3 target group. Only that. So this is the problem. What about others? Our challenge is here. What about others? Even though SOP is not perfect, but then it's pretty close to perfect. So the inconsistent, the inconsistent finding of the previous research about the effect of birth order, as well as the significant difference between birth order and marital satisfaction. Now, this is the gap. So she found this another gap that people is going to get confused. Many studies have that. So she's here adding in to reconfirm about many of the previous studies that they are talking. So now she's coming in, she's going to interrupting to need to know what's going on and all this. So after that, then this is the question. Is there a significant difference between birth order and marital satisfaction among married adults in Malaysia? So they have this. And then they have the other one. Now, of course, then she make a mistake here because she has only 2. And then this is 4. She has to really come out to understand and to re-justify how is that 4 coming to this 2. How this 2 is going to answer the other 4. Will there be any of the information? So therefore, no. And therefore, we give them a suggestion. In what way these 2 argue related to the 4 SOP? So those are the things that they become a problem, become a challenge. So the significance of study, you see, now, is it definition of terminology? She stated clearly here, the birth order, the marital satisfaction, risk order, risk taking, and then married adult. Now, what is birth order? So she has that. And then marital satisfaction, risk taking, because she is using another way of doing it. So they have something like that. Yeah, those are part of the information that you are going to have. Yeah. Okay. So other than this one, let me show you her chapter 2. Maybe in this way, then you are able to get more idea about her chapter after chapter. Yeah. Okay. Let me see her chapter 2. Let me open up the chapter 2 for you. Oops. Yeah, I guess this is the chapter 2. Yeah, you see the chapter 2, right? Review of literature. Now she has an intro. Can you see that? There's a big here. Then after this section intro, there's coming to the birth order. She focused on birth order. Then after she discussed birth order, then she talked about the family constellation. This is under birth order. You see, birth order. How am I know that? Because birth order 2.1, right? So inside a birth order, they also have the family of constellation. So there's a set topic about birth order. So the birth order, then the family constellation 2.1.1. Under 2.1, section 2.1, the first sub under section 2.1 is family constellation. So she's using Alfred Adler to talk about that. Now, many of your textbooks, you have all this information, you can use it. See that? Now then, with the family constellation, then under the family constellation, they talk about the first child, and then let me see what else. Then the middle child, and then followed by the youngest child. So then, under the family constellation, she has discussed so many things. Yeah, you can do that, and you are not necessary to go that far. Or the only child, and then you see, then she has the marital satisfaction. Now, under the marital satisfaction, then she has also have a lot of discussion about that. Now, then the birth order and marital satisfaction and all this. Yeah. So those are the things that we see. Can you see that? Now, can you see the whole idea about this? The kind of arrangement, step by step. You are not necessary to follow exactly, but then they are kind of like step by step for you to do that. Now, Shenhui and Kajin, you all understand why you said your literature review is too brief, and then you need to put a lot of effort into it. And that's why, and now I guess you also knowing why I worry about your time is not enough, because it's really a lot of work that you need. It's not only 2 pages to done the whole thing. Yeah. For example, the stress management, you can go to your emotion and motivation, or maybe the K-pop, you can go to maybe something else like the cross cultural, or maybe what else that you have? Maybe your undergraduate, you can go to something else. Well, they have so many data, so many information. Not only the one that you have found from the journal, your textbook, they also have a very good resource for you. And then also, you go to some of the bookstore or go to some of the online checking, you will see of the information. They're also giving you a lot of the study and a lot of the information, all these kind of ebook that you can download. I think I have given you quite a number of the sites, quite many of the data, and you have not necessarily to read through the whole book in order for you to understand the whole book. Sometimes you only pick the section that you want. Yeah, you only need to pick the section that you want. Yeah, not necessary to say, oh, I need to have the whole thing. No, not necessary to have that. Yeah, any of you have any other question? Do you have any other question now?
Should we do the conceptual framework, or after we done all the upper part of the literature review, and then we just do conceptual framework after that?
Usually, I will recommend you to have the design this way, because only some people, they do the conceptual framework first, or maybe they have the conceptual framework in chapter 1. But I usually recommend that you do the conceptual framework at the end of chapter 2. Why? Because when you read through all this information, when you go through all this information, then that kind of concept that's coming out can be more mature, Some people, they even design the other way. They have the theoretical framework, they have the conceptual framework. They have two types. That means like they have the theoretical framework. Theoretical framework is in chapter 2. So after they have coming out with all this information, right? Then they come in with the theoretical framework. And then in chapter 1, after they have done the whole thing, then they say, I have a concept here now. So I come up with the conceptual framework. Some people have that. Now, in your undergraduate, that will be okay. You want to pick one of it or you want to have both. But then in your study, in your graduate school, like maybe your master or your PhD, usually different, it also depends on the supervisor. Yeah, some supervisor really want you to have both. So then to demonstrate how well you understand the topic, because especially in PhD, the topic can be very specific and can be very thorough, that you want to discuss that very thoroughly. Now you only need about 80 pages, 90 pages, and you're done. But then when you were in the PhD, probably one research is about 200 pages. Yeah, so that can be a different. I know you had to imagine that. And now, yeah, and now it's different now. Okay. Any other question? Shenhui or Kachin? Any question? Any more question for you? You get the whole idea clear now? Yeah, much more clear. So probably I will expect to see some other interesting information by your next submission, by your next draft, right? Yeah. Now, at this moment, you need to get as many information as possible, rather than, make it perfectly look in the structure or perfectly look in the design. No, I would rather you to have as many information as possible. Now, maybe but then of course, try your best to write the best article. That is for sure. After that, they may have some feedback from the examiner or from the supervisor and all this sort of thing. Fine. Then you're coming in and then you do some polishing. Nobody is perfect at the beginning, but then we try to be perfect. We try to do it, as perfect as possible. That's all that we can do. Yeah. And then have to be very time consuming. I know. MCO is actually more busier for everybody. Especially you have the community service and then this kind of work, and then suddenly you have all these theses here. I don't know whether you can have enough 3 hour or 6 hours sleep or not. Yeah, they always have that. I remember when I have my PhD, that time when I tried to have my PhD, but the kind of it's not dissertation, it's a thesis, PhD thesis. That time, I'm almost like in the whole 6 months, I have the most is about 4 hours sleep is the most. A lot of time, every day, almost every day, you have to go through a lot of single detail with the mind map and everything. So that's also a good time for me to to train myself to know a bit more better. Yeah. Value this kind of learning process. Value this kind of learning process is always a good place to help yourself. Yeah. All right. So you get the idea. 1, 2, chapter 1, chapter 2. Then later I will go to show you some other of your senior when they do chapter 2 and chapter 3. So then you get some idea about how well they structure that. At least some of the paper that you are able to do that. Okay. Is that good? Yeah. Yeah. If you have anything now, I think it is also a good idea to have it here, because when you are here, then we can always type in something, or we can do some discussion here. You can also throw in the file here. If you would like to have a file here, you can throw it in to the file, and then also class note or whatever it is. Yeah. So then you can always have that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sir. Can I ask the registration, the one module registration?
Yeah. Go
Because
ahead.
we haven't received the module registration, the form, so we
Oh, I
could not
know.
submit the file because I
Yeah.
see you put the file there already.
No, I put the file is for you to check whether you have any class missing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just have a quick check of any file missing, any class missing, or anything that you maybe I put it in, or maybe you tell me that, oh no, I have this class already done, I already duplicate this class, then at least you can inform me so that I understand that there is some class duplication or say some problem here and there. Yeah, so I can fix that.
Okay.
Yeah. If you found any duplicate, you please let me know. Or if you have any class already missed, then you have to let me know earlier.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will put you, then you will go to register the same class again. There will no work because the mark will not going in. Or sometimes, like we have some of your friends, they haven't fulfilled the pre-registration, prerequisites, and then they go to register the class that they have no prerequisites. So the system will order, after the end of the semester, the system bound them out. So that's bad. That's very bad. So that's why I remember every time before the semester, I always have the big paper in the side lab. Instead of letting you go back to the side lab, I put it in the team so everybody can see that. That's how am I doing it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. Anything else that you would like to have? Anything else that you would like to ask?
Sir,
Yes.
for our next meeting, can we meet on Monday morning? Because in the
Can.
afternoon, there's some worker comes and then my house is too noisy.
Oh, you give them a punch lah. He said, "Hey, I'll give you a punch ah. I'm in the
You
class
know
ah."
lah, I'm a kind one, so I won't do that.
Eh, you see, Gertrude cannot trust you anymore lah. Or maybe we will buy you 2 beer. Then you give them 2 beer sitting outside quietly.
You need to
Yeah.
work lah, sir. You.
Okay. So this time we meet on Tuesday is because originally we thought that we will go back to school. Remember that? Then after we are not going back to school, and then yesterday is the school holiday. That's why we put it on Tuesday. Now we can back it up to. Now give me the suggestion of what is the time for us to meet on Monday. Is that good? About what time? 9, 10, 11?
9 is okay.
9, okay, 9, okay. So I will revise the calendar to 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Not 9 p.m.
Yeah.
PM I close already. I didn't open, sorry.
9 p.m. you go to clean the park, right?
No lads, I want to take photo, but nowadays, recently there's so many mosquitoes, so I cannot take the photo.
Why not? If
No,
the
so many
bite,
mosquito. I go there for 15 minutes only. They already have don't know how many mosquito on my body already.
No, if the mosquito bite you, you bite them back, no problem one.
Then I think you guys will see me in ICU already.
Yeah. No problem. Okay, so try your best lah. Try your best to do something. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess you will have a lot of learning, a lot of good learning process after all. After you've done thesis 1 and thesis 2, and then when you have the hard copy that coming out, you really will feel proud of yourself. Yes, this is the first book that I have published. And then you will keep one in your father's factory, office, and then one in your house, and then 2 in the school, because you need to have 2 in the school.
When we finish, we can take one home, right?
Yeah. No, it's in this way. We only request you to print 2 to the school, the hardbound, 2 for the school. Now, actually, you can print as many as you like.
Really?
Now, that means that you want to print 10 copy, 11 copy to all your relatives, during the Chinese New Year, or up to you. Yeah, it's all up to you. You can do whatever you like. Yeah, you can go to whatever numbers. The only requirement is that you need to have 2 to the school. That's all. One keep in the department, 1 to the supervisor, that kind of thing.
So I think we need 3 Saturday. I don't need that much.
Up to you.
It's a bit over already.
Yeah, it's up to you. Or maybe 1 in your parents' house, 1 in your grandparents' house, or that kind of thing. Or maybe or maybe 1 you keep it until the time you get married. Then you can have that. To have somebody to sign it. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'll tell you lah. Okay. So next week, next Monday, 9 o'clock. Yeah. I guess I will go to find out more about the team, so then we will be able to do a bit more better. Yeah. I have no idea what else that they can have. I know they have chart, they have this one, and then I just wondering why Shenhui cannot coming in for the whiteboard. Shenhui, why you cannot coming in for the whiteboard? Can we try it again? Why? Everybody can. Are you in the whiteboard now?
Oh, now I saw. Now I see it.
Okay. Can you do something? Can you draw or can you do something? Both you and Kachin, can you do it?
Okay.
You tried it? Oh yeah, I can see you all can do it.
Shenhui, you draw already, I didn't see.
No, they say I'm about to join, but then nothing for me to choose.
Oh, joining lah. Just now I'm also like this.
Yeah. Like can.
Yeah. We can even have a games here, something like who want to join all this kind of thing. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So this is one part of it. It's very good. And now the other one that I have to show you, other than this one, can I just temporarily stop presenting this one?
Good.
Okay. Now let me find another one. Okay. Another one is I think it's the mind map. Mind Master. Do I have this one? I think I have this one, the community program for both of you. But I don't know why they suddenly create so many crazy things here and then. Okay. Oh no, you are our free basic. Oh, I don't know. I cannot do anything here. This one. I remove this one first. Remove. And then I add. Oh, okay. No, they have a no. This is the one that we have in the mind map for your community service. We have stray. Do you see that? Do you see the mind map here? Did both of you see the mind map?
No.
None of you see the mind map. Oh, okay. And if you go to Thesis 1, I mean like, if you go to the team, right? If you go to team, you go to Thesis 1. Okay. Yeah, you go to Thesis 1. You will see the My Master. Yeah, you click on My Master, and then you have to sign in.
Okay.
Now, when you sign in, you will see Community Service.
I cannot.
It takes some time. It takes some time. The one that you are in the thesis one, right? The account that you are in the thesis one, you have to sign in with that account username. I mean that email and then that password.
Why they say my name is incorrect?
You changed your name already?
No lah, the email what? Huh?
Oh, what happened with that?
I'm still not sure.
Why? Why do you have your name incorrect? They hate you so much or what?
I don't know. The email things always hate me so much.
Aiyo. Shenhui has no problem and you have problems?
I see already.
Are you in already, Shenhui?
Yeah.
Do you see the mind map?
Yes.
Okay, you can, yeah. When you are in the mind map, then you will go to your section here. You will, yeah, I can see Shenhui is here. Kachin is also here.
Don't know why they say my name, my username is incorrect, so they didn't not let me in.
Why? You see, I put a hello there, and then Shenhui.
Why like this to me?
Do you see the message?
No, I didn't see the message.
Oh, they say, what I see is that you are offline.
Oh,
Shenhui is online. Yeah.
what?
Okay. Let me see. What is the email?
But for community service, I logged in already before. But I don't know why this.
Kachin at rifles-rui.com. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay. Community service, you have that, right?
Yeah, I have that. I logged in already for community service. But this one, don't know why cannot log in.
Thesis, you cannot log in.
Oh,
No, you have to come out. You go to the site. You go to the site. You click on. No, you already logged in. That means that log in the whole thing. You click on the sidebar on the left hand side. The sidebar they have a theme. You click on the theme. You click on the theme. Do you see thesis one? You click on thesis one.
Yeah, I click on it.
Okay. Then you click on thesis one. Then you see they have say one more. They have a great assignment, the grade, and then the one more, or before that they have a plus. After that they have a plus sign, but then one more. Then they have a my master. You just click on the my master. Yeah.
I click that and then they ask me to log in.
Oh
But
yeah.
when
Okay.
I go to log in, they say what the username is incorrect.
Or maybe you log in with your what? Oh, I don't know. That have to be something else. That's really. You log in with your personal email, see, or you want to log in the Rifles email again to try that. I can see Shenhui is already here. Shenhui, can you try to do something on the strays and then to see what can you do with it? Maybe you click on the stray and then you can add. There's a plus sign on top. The tab. Add an idea. You can tap it. You click on the stray, right? And then you are pressing the tab. Then they will give you an extension of that. And then, for example, you can have the root or whatever, or if you don't want it, you can delete that. Yeah, actually, you can try manually. I can see is only Shenhui is coming in, but then Kachin is always having problem here. Community service, you can log in, huh?
Yeah, that one I logged in before already.
Before, but not now.
No. That one, the day that you open, then I go and log in. They asked me to log in, then I log in.
Oh, okay.
Now I need to log in again. But they automatically log out. Is it?
I know they have so many. There's so many crazy things that are coming in and out.
For community service, they also logged me out already.
Oh, okay. So you need to go to the activities, maybe? No, not activities. You go to your name on top, and then you want to. I have no idea how to log in. Really?
I cannot log in.